Zak Bagans developed his interest in the paranormal when he was just 10 years old. His mother regularly took him to garage sales or antique stores to find artifacts that were purportedly haunted, spooky, or just plain unusual. Since that day, he's dedicated himself to a lifelong pursuit of answers about the afterlife, using scientific methods to explore the paranormal and the supernatural. For over 10 years, he's hosted the TV show Ghost Adventures, giving the general public an insight into his studies of communications with those who have long since died. Recently, he's returned to his roots and begun collecting paranormal artifacts. Since 2017, Zak has made his collection available to view at the Haunted Museum, located in downtown Las Vegas. It's not entirely unexpected that a collection of the world's most haunted items would be shrouded in mystery and unusual happenings. Yet, even to connoisseurs of the supernatural, some of the items contained in the museums have had shocking impacts. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 paranormal mysteries. The Dybbuk Box. First mentioned in Jewish mystic texts from the 16th century, a dybbuk is thought to be the soul of a deceased person. Some sources call this soul dislocated, meaning it's been ripped from its body. The soul is generally thought to have a malicious intent. It wanders the earth seeking a living host to possess. Only by possessing a living being can the soul complete whatever evil task it's returned to earth to do. According to historical folklore, the only way to rid oneself of one was to go through a complicated exorcism ritual. The affected person had to submit his or her body to a trained, powerful rabbi, in the presence of 10 other men who would purify themselves through fasting and ritual immersion beforehand. The men would dress in white shrouds that normally adorn a corpse before burial and wrap themselves in the Jewish prayer shawl and sacred parchments. Surrounded by this eerie scene, the rabbi performing the exorcism would address the soul directly, beseeching it to release its grip on the sufferer. If anything were known about the soul's human life, the rabbi would list the sins it had committed. Then, the Torah would be removed from its ark, and 7 blasts would be blown on the shofar, a ram's horn repurposed to be a musical instrument. The men in attendance would light 7 black candles and recite 7 different combinations of the holy 42-letter name of God. After this demonstration, the soul might be compelled to return to the evil realm from whence it came. The exorcist has to remain brave and display no fear, otherwise it's said that it might cause permanent damage to the possessed person, or it might enter someone else rather than return to its own realm. Dybbuk possession is rare. There are few recorded historical instances, both within the Jewish community and outside of it. For many years, it seemed it was just a phenomenon lost to history. That is, until 2012, when a wine cabinet said to contain a dybbuk was listed on eBay. According to the box's original owner, he'd purchased it in 2001 from the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor. Her grandfather had reportedly purchased it in Spain after escaping Nazi-occupied Poland, but had never opened it. Legend had it that it was haunted. In an act that we now know to be foolish, the owner of the box opened it up. Within, he found 2 1920s pennies, 2 locks of hair bound with cord, a statue engraved with a Hebrew word, a golden wine goblet, and a dried rosebud. He decided to sell the box as a novelty. Between 2012 and 2017, it passed through a series of owners. All of them experienced mysterious ailments, including a series of horrific recurring nightmares, unexplained hives and welts, and even coughing up blood. The final owner decided he had had enough. He consulted a team of rabbis to seal the box, trapping whatever was inside, and donated it to the only man who could handle such a haunted item, Zak Bagans. The box is said to be the most haunted item in the museum. In 2018, Bagans was showing it off to a friend, rapper and musician Post Malone. Bagans made the ill-advised choice to take the plexiglass cover off of the box and touch it for the first time. Post Malone, perhaps sensing something rather malevolent, grabbed Zak's shoulder to stop him. This was enough for the dybbuk, who was purportedly able to transfer a curse through Zak to Post Malone. After his visit, Post Malone did experience a series of accidents that seemed more than coincidental. In the 3 months following his visit, his private aeroplane nearly crashed and was forced into emergency landing after its tyres blew out. His Rolls-Royce was involved in a serious car accident in Hollywood, and his home was targeted by 3 armed robbers in a dangerous invasion. Speaking with TMZ, Bagans shared the belief that all of these occurrences were caused by the box. He vowed to open the box and, if possible, break the curse. Unfortunately, when he attempted to do so, he sensed a strong presence and knew that Post Malone would likely come to further harm if the box was tampered with anymore. Post Malone himself hasn't commented on the rumours since 2018. As far as we know, the box remains covered and the curse seems to be biding its time. However, it's not the only dangerous spirit at the museum. Unidentified Flying Orb. In 2019, the Haunted Museum was doing excellent business. It was quickly becoming one of the top attractions in Las Vegas. However, the afternoon of June 21st had the potential to derail all of the museum's success. Each day, hundreds of guests take the museum's guided tours. These last about an hour and 15 minutes. The tour is the opportunity to get up close and personal with some of the world's most haunted attractions. However, one woman may have gotten far too close for comfort. Security footage from the afternoon shows something peculiar, a moving blip of bright white light. The orb is small but speedy, and it moves across the frame in a manner that seems determined, almost as if it has a mission. In the 30-second clip, the glowing orb brushes just past a woman and flies out of frame. Just seconds later, the woman collapses to the ground in a dead faint. Security guards and others can be seen attempting to revive her, and the orb doesn't make a return on the screen or to the museum. Museum staff are confident that the woman, whose name hasn't been released to the public, had a close encounter with a malevolent spirit. Speaking to local NBC News, tour guide Earl Brown said the object was a spirit orb. Spirits can manifest in these orbs of light. Brown explained, a lot of times when spirits touch you, they can drain your energy and it can happen quite quickly. When that happens, you literally can go down. NBC also interviewed some other museum goers who agreed the orb was most likely some kind of ghost or other spirit energy. Internet readers, on the other hand, weren't so convinced. Many argued that the orb was a blip on the security footage, or even a small bug. The tour guide Earl Brown thinks otherwise. He explains the orb clearly showed intent in its flight, touching the woman and then flying away from the path of the camera. Staff at the museum have not disclosed which artifact or spirit may have affected the woman that day. There's simply too many to identify which may have caused the harm. However, in addition to our previous topic, there's one other artifact which has a particularly malevolent intent. The Peggy Doll. Featured on an episode of Zak's show Deadly Possessions, Peggy is an especially powerful haunted object. An unassuming blonde doll, Peggy's powers are said to be so strong she can possess viewers when they look at her, in person or in photos. Both her episodes of Deadly Possessions and her room at the Haunted Museum come with disclaimers for viewers. Zak's research into Peggy's history led him to believe she's possessed by a woman born in 1946 in Holland Park, London. She may have died from a chest-related condition, possibly an asthma attack. Psychics have speculated the woman may have been Jewish and could have had ties to the Holocaust. Little else about the spirit herself is known, but Peggy's effects on people are well documented. In 2015, a video of Peggy was posted on YouTube. Over 80 people who watched it suffered chest pains, migraines, and severe nausea. Some viewers also reported that Peggy seemed to be able to affect their dreams. When they went in to film the doll for the show, she caused terrifying activity during filming. This included manifestations of flies, camera problems, and negative mental effects on the crew. Bagans also interviewed a woman who told him that she suffered a heart attack within seconds of looking at the doll. Since Peggy was put on display, visitors have reported several strange interactions with her. Guests have tried to enter her room, only to be stopped in their tracks by a mysterious pressure. Others have reported the chest pain that seems to be a hallmark of Peggy's supernatural abilities. For the safety of visitors, Bagans has instituted strict regulations over who may enter her room. This includes requiring guests to sign a special release. So far, Peggy's not killed or seriously harmed anyone at the museum, but her track record indicates the day might just be coming. With nearly 5,000 Google reviews, it's clear the Haunted Museum remains a popular tourist attraction despite its potential danger. Would you visit this paranormal paradise, or do you think it's best to stay away? So what do you make of these paranormal mysteries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community whilst working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.